The tranquil rhythm of the White Rabbit's abode was abruptly interrupted by a whirlwind of chaos that enveloped Alice as she stumbled into the Mad Hatter's tea party. Unfazed by the absurdity of it all, the Mad Hatter, a curious figure adorned with a perpetually bewildered expression and a crooked top hat, continued pouring tea into a cup that was already overflowing. "Why are you pouring more tea into a full cup?" Alice inquired, her voice tinged with confusion. "Isn't it obvious?" the Mad Hatter retorted, exaggerating his bewilderment. "It's the best way to ensure all cups are equally full and equally empty. Fairness, you see." His companions, the March Hare and the Dormouse, nodded vigorously, though the March Hare seemed more intent on dipping his ear into his teacup. The steam from the tea appeared to form whimsical shapes that danced around their heads, while the table itself stretched and twisted nonsensically, defying both logic and gravity. Alice, trying to keep up with the insanity unfolding before her eyes, turned to the Dormouse, who was sleeping soundly amidst the clamor, oblivious to the surrounding chaos. "Is he always like this?" she asked. The Mad Hatter grinned, his teeth sparkling almost unnaturally. "He's the wisest sleeper around. Says the most profound things in his snooze." For a moment, a silence settled over the bizarre scene, only to be shattered by a loud sneeze from the March Hare, who had finally noticed the tea bag dangling from his ear. "Black chamomile!" he exclaimed in distaste, yanking it out and tossing it haphazardly over his shoulder. Suddenly, the Cheshire Cat appeared, rather slowly, his grin materializing before the rest of him. Perched lightly atop the back of a chair, he observed the chaos with gleaming mischievous eyes. "Quite a show they've got here, don't you think, Alice?" he purred. Alice shrugged, now thoroughly immersed in the madness. "I suppose so," she replied, her voice carrying a note of unintentional sarcasm. "Tell me, Hatter, why are your clocks 2 days slow?" The Mad Hatter brightened, as though pleased by her bewilderment. "Time is not to be trusted, my dear. He does what he pleases, and we are but humble followers leaping into his whimsical steps." The absurdity of it all made Alice laugh, a genuine sound that cut through the nonsensical chatter. For the first time since arriving, she found herself beginning to enjoy the absurdity. After all, in Wonderland, nothing made sense in the most delightful way possible.